Welcome in, Cancer. I hope you are doing well, and I hope this week is going good for you. And we're going to clear the space real quick, sage it out, get some good clear messages for Cancer, hopefully. And we're going to do a spread about you versus them. So, yeah, you probably have somebody on your radar, a person of interest, and we'll see if they come up, any messages coming up in this reading for you. I'm going to pull some cards to find out about, just the overall energy between the two of you and what you're thinking versus what they're thinking and you're feeling and what they're feeling. And then we'll see if there's any blockages and advice for that at the very end. And, I recently did your January reading over on Etsy. And I put that out over there. I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but that reading was really showing a lot of feelings, but somebody had nowhere to go with it. And looked like somebody was showing up pretty emotionally toxic. Somebody was indulging at the expense of others. It was pretty crazy. We'll see if it comes out again, but look at that Lover's card. So might be dealing with a Gemini or some kind of partnership, maybe a marriage, maybe a love decision. Okay, really takes me back though to Saturn having been in your 7th house for the last 2.5 years. Some of you, depending on where it is at in your natal chart, might still be there, even though Saturn just moved out of Capricorn into Aquarius. By the way, if you want to know more about that, I don't know if you saw my special that I put out on my channel for Saturn and Aquarius. It's a long, pretty comprehensive report on that, but I mean, if you want to get right to, there's a timestamp where you can click on what I had to say to the Cancers about Saturn moving from Capricorn into Aquarius, and for many of you, moving out of that 7th house having to do with marriage, partnerships, and then moving into your 8th house having to do with sex and shared resources. But for some of you, it will be, you might not get it moved out of your 7th house until, at a later time. It's something kind of specific to your natal chart. And if you want to know about that, I mean, there are free places that you can go online to get a free natal chart and find out where Saturn is transiting right now in your natal chart. Or just come to me. I do private readings, and I'm doing what's really popular right now is a 12-month love and money forecast. So I gotta put that out there because I think a lot of you, partnership's really big, especially with that Lover's card coming out. But let's go on and see what the cards say for this week for Cancer. And your overall energy, well, looks pretty withdrawn there, Cancer. Are you deciding to go solo right now? If you're not alone right now, like single, I would say that you are, privately working on a relationship behind the scenes. You might even be getting counseling, trying to get some wise counsel on how to deal with a relationship or your relationships. And your person of interest, well, wow, it's like the two of you have your backs to each other. Getting Virgo energy here, and I'm getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn over there, most possibly Taurus. Okay, but this energy is coming up like maybe a child or somebody significantly younger than you is coming up, like this person maybe has something to offer but not a lot. And I'm sorry to say, but this is quite an odd pairing. If this is like, okay, we've got somebody here who's a sage, very wise, matching up with somebody who's very childlike. Yeah, they have something to offer, but it just isn't much. What you're thinking during this time, you might feel like you're sorry about something, or you're regretting something. And again, but I'm getting some kind of, not a whole lot of emotion here with the page. And there might be children in the mix of this. Earth sign, water sign, children, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, what they're feeling. They feel an emotional connection to you. They feel like, you know, this was a soul union that they had with you. And what you're feeling is to emotionally disconnect. Wow. Wow. And what they're feeling is they are going to go get a new beginning. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, they want to maybe get some new start, have a solid, secure foundation. I'm not sure if this is with you or someone else, but I'm getting a lot of alone energy here coming from you. And as far as them, they're wanting union and they have something to offer and they want a new beginning, but they don't have a lot to offer. And it's like, you know, they felt a connection with you, but you've kind of disconnected. And the blockage here is, I think there's been a lot of arguments or disagreements. The two of you are not on the same wavelength in terms of the way that you think. There might have been a lot of confusion as well, a lack of clarity. And the advice here, you've got King of Pentacles, so again, more of this, a lot of earth energy here in the mix of, well, maybe you need to make the decision that is best for you in terms of security and stability, and what is offering you the substance. What can you trust? And at the foundation, well, somebody's resisting. Somebody is resisting putting effort into this. Let me see what the disagreement was about. What is a disagreement about? What is a disagreement about? Okay, I saw the Nine of Cups in reverse again, so it didn't come out, but I saw it. All right, so that's the classic narcissism card. With the Temperance, might have to do with your energy or a Sagittarian. There's been a lack of healing here. Somebody has not been listening to the promptings of spirit. They've been impatient and they've been emotionally out of balance, and there might have been some lies here. I gotta say that because, you know, Ace of Swords in the upright is about truth, but you put it in reverse, we could be looking at lies, deception, might have been confusion for innocent reasons, but maybe also confusion because somebody was emotionally confused within themselves, or they were stirring up mess because of their own emotional garbage. And somebody finally just made a decision about this, like, you know, with the Judgment card, they made a decision like, okay, I'm not getting the truth here. I'm not getting the victory. I'm not getting the clarity. We can't get on the same page. You're not healing. I'm out. What is it that you are disconnecting from? What is it that you are disconnecting from, Cancer? Empress in reverse. So might be an Aries, could be definitely a feminine energy, but there's no growth, you know? There's, again, maybe fighting within the home, drama going on, like domestic disputes going on, and somebody feeling like they're not being nurtured, they're not being loved, and this thing is just not growing and getting anywhere. There might have been, for very few of you, but there might have actually been loss of a child here for some of you. And somebody's trying to disconnect from that. But overall, I would say for most of you, Cancer, if you feel like something is not being nurtured and it's not growing, you just don't want any part of it emotionally. And it seems like there are regrets. What's the regret about for Cancer? What's the regret about for Cancer? I gotta put this out there for the cross watchers. Several here. Okay. Seven of Swords. Somebody was lying. I saw it there and I saw it there. The lies, the lies. This has not been healed, and unfortunately it's causing you to miss opportunities. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Missed opportunities, relationships that might get started, but they're not solid. They're not on solid ground. There's no solid foundation from which to build, because there's no trust, there's no stability, there's no security coming from a place of integrity. Because somebody's got, you know, hidden dishonor. They're running away from the truth or the reality of something, and they're not really looking for a fair exchange. And this is why arguments keep coming up and people keep being emotionally dissatisfied and destabilized, and there's no healing. And, you know, a decision has to be made about this, because from what I can tell, I mean, there's regret, but I see the lack of healing there. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, but all they know how to do is disconnect from the drama. They don't know how to heal and prevent. And I'm going to tell you, Cancer, if this is you not wanting to stand in your truth because you trying to, you know, y'all are very sensitive and y'all don't want to, you know, make waves with people. But the problem is that you end up, when you don't stand in your truth and you don't honor other people's truth, then you get into these misalignments where then you're not getting your emotional needs met. They're not getting their emotional needs met. And you start improvising with lying or deceiving or manipulation or whatever, whether, you know, it's outright devious behavior or it's this subversive kind of, well, I just didn't want to hurt their feelings. You know, however you want to say it, it's dishonesty. And the end result is this: lack of victory, arguing, and frustrated because you're not winning. And why? I mean, why are you not winning? Why are you not winning? Because you didn't honor the truth in the first place, or they didn't, you know. Take it how it applies. I'm looking at, there's somebody here that really is looking at, you know, I want a solid foundation. I want trust. I want stability. I want security. I want emotional connection. Yes, I'm bringing something of value to the table. It isn't much. But it's almost like the emotional issues are at odds. Like the two of you are at odds with one another about this emotional stuff. And there's been a lack of healing. See, and it goes back to trust, stability, and security, because we have this, this is brilliant. Yeah, this is a synchronicity. 2 King of Pentacles showing up here. So trust is huge. Stability, security is huge. And so, you know, if you're being resisted by people, this is why. It's because, you know, you're dealing with people who are looking for substance. And, you know, it could be, so there's a feminine energy here, water sign energy that's very loving, but again, there needs to be, you know, the ideal person is going to be somebody that you share values with. And that's what you need to make plans on, is aligning with that. But with the High Priestess here, somebody's got secrets. They want a new start, but again, I'm getting a lot of self, ego, self-concern energy going on in a partnership, a marriage, family relationship, where somebody's got to get a new perspective on what needs to be sacrificed in order to move on and have healing. There's that Queen of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles. You know, you're dealing with earth signs, and or you're dealing with money issues, trust, stability, security issues. It's all over this spread. Let me leave you off with some final advice on your love life for, there we go, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Well, I think that there's an emotional connection here. There might be some emotional chemistry that you have, but I'm going to say the values are really off, and I think that's what needs to be clarified and brought into alignment in a place of integrity and authenticity in order for you to get victory on this. But yeah, if you want to know more, come on over to my Etsy shop and look at the January reading. It's only $3.99. And if you're interested, the links are down below. Hope to see you over there. Till next time, y'all have a good week. Bye-bye. Be blessed.